This Feral Audio episode is brought to you by Don't Ever Change. That's my podcast. I'm John Roy. That's where we talk about high school. If you like Rick and Morty, we have a new episode with Justin Roiland. He is both Rick and Morty and the co-creator of the show. And if you like that one, we also have Dan Harmon, the other co-creator of the show, on one of our other episodes. So check it out, feralaudio.com. Don't ever change.
Alie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, fire away, dude.
What?
Fire away, dude.
Oh. Yes or no? Finding the right hair color for you, Alie, can be a challenge.
What color is my hair right now?
Burgundy.
Yeah, was that on purpose?
No.
Did I need to use E-Salon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. You can scratch that.
No, it's great. E-Salon offers professional grade. Leave that in. Completely personalized hair color that's created just for you and delivered right to your door. Alie, you fucking need this.
I need it so much. This is the last time I will color my hair without taking the steps to get the right color. I grabbed a color off the shelf. It was the wrong color. My hair is maroon now.
Don't do it. Alie, do you love questionnaires?
Yes.
Here's a hair questionnaire. Upload your photo and a personal colorist will formulate your individually blended color from over 15,000 pigments.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need E-Salon and a time machine to go back to yesterday.
Totally. Well, they've got you covered. There's 100% satisfaction guaranteed if you're not happy, Alie.
Oh God, I need
with
this.
your color. It will give you a free reformulation or refund.
I think anything's better than what I did to myself before.
I mean, you look cute.
Thanks, dude. But you know what? I like that the color doesn't fade. Like they have the grays covered. Because I get some grays every once in a while.
I mean, at 23 years old, our gray is like pretending to start to come in.
I know. It's probably because we're such big thinkers.
We're so young.
So you can visit esalon.com/slumber party, all one word. And do that. You get 50% off your first order. So that's $10 for your personalized hair color, which is crazy because the last time I got my hair colored in a salon, it was like $180.
Dude, you can do it your freaking self. I've been doing it my freaking self for years and years.
Yeah, I really got the wrong color. So I need to use eSalon. You get 50% off your first box at esalon.com/slumber party. So go do that. Don't be an Alie Ward.
Send us photos too. Hashtag it at, I don't know, Alie in Georgia. Let's see your hair.
Yeah, just tag us in it on Instagram. Let's see your pictures.
Let's do it.
I want to look at your hair.
Bye.
Party.
Hi.
This is Alie.
This is Georgia.
This is Slumber Party. Here's the deal. It's a podcast, and we're not all in our pajamas right now, although I'm wearing these badass motherfucking leggings that are so soft, and they cost $8.99.
Those are some straight up wet seal leggings.
So embarrassing.
Those are some wet seal leggings, and I love them.
Before we left, I was like, Georgia, I'm just like a lunatic.
You
just
did
like
not
a
lie.
lunatic right now.
How do you, I mean, you're
comfortable.
technically not wearing pants out of the house. How do you feel about that?
Feels so liberating.
Those are tights. Really.
You know what else I'm wearing?
What?
Granny panties.
Are you? Good for
I
you.
give $0.
How many bucks do you
Zero.
give? How?
Yeah. I just wore something to cover my bum, but I feel comfortable.
I gotta say, Alie, your butt looks really good in those.
Does it?
I saw you get up and go to your purse, and I was like, damn.
Thank you.
It
I've been
does.
hiking.
Good for you.
So, Georgia, what did you learn this week other than that my butt looks fantastic in these $8.99 leggings?
This week I learned that my neighbors are crazy people.
Well, duh. Everyone's neighbors are crazy people, and they make stinky food.
Well, the way I learned this is because so I had this dresser in my bedroom that was like a remnant from my last relationship that just like never had gotten out of the house, you know, and it was like sitting around like staring me in the face being like, hey, I belong to this person who's not in your life anymore, and it was like kind of depressing.
Can we have more backstory? I actually purchased this dresser for my old shitty apartment, and I gave it to Georgia, and she and her fiance used it in their apartment, and then he's gone, and she's like, just let's burn this dresser.
Yeah. So I asked Alie because Alie and I will do this thing where I need a husband favor. That means I need something that that if I had someone in my life that cared about me, I would have someone to help me with this, but I don't. So you're going to be my husband today.
I care about you.
I know. I mean, like a male with a
Yeah. No,
penis.
I don't want to fuck you.
Okay. So I asked you to help me carry it down, and you and I carried it downstairs, and it made me really happy, and it made me feel really good that I had such a good friend to do things like that for me, and I don't need a man, and like it made me really happy. I thank you for doing that.
I have a bruise on my leg.
I'm sorry.
I loved it.
Then this morning I came outside and someone had written and taped the nastiest note.
What did it say?
Because this is the thing is you put it on the sidewalk and then you call 311 and they come and pick it up. It's not like I'm just like, here's trash on the street. It's like I put it out there to get picked up and I'm
Right.
responsible about it and I've already called.
So that's what you do. You have like furniture infested with like, let's say you had like a bed bug couch and you're like 311, take care of this.
Yes, I have a large furniture pickup.
All right. Also, there's a live baby inside, so
Right.
real quick.
Just do whatever you need. And someone had written like about how what a terrible fucking like cursing awful person would do this, and this kind of person should go to hell, and like really strongly worded, but like serial killer worded. And now I'm really terrified that anyone saw me doing that and knows it's mine.
Well, I have to say, we took it down to the curb, and I was like, we just leave it here, and you're like, yeah, I call 311, it's cool. And then a woman who happened to have her mode of transport be a shopping cart. I'm no judgment. Asked if she minded if anyone took it, and I was like, no, go, if I whatever.
She did?
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's up for grabs. And she was like, oh yeah, someone will be by here with a truck. They come down here all the time. Someone will get this, no problem. This is what happens when you live in Los Feliz / Hollywood adjacent.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was like, don't worry about it. No, she did not seem like a serial killer. I had no idea that you would get flack for that. That sucks.
I know it sucks. What did you learn?
Did you analyze the handwriting?
It was a serial killer.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
It's like, P.S. I'm going to eat your brains. What did I learn? Yeah. I learned that your neighbors are dicks.
Yeah.
Like, for real dicks. I learned that I'm terrified of motherhood.
How?
In a real way.
What happened?
I think I can't remember if I told you this. So you know how my dreams are really layered and very mysterious and they're hard to decipher?
No, that's the complete opposite of what's true in life. They're like this most stupid, obvious, like, I dreamed that I wanted to eat all the peanut butter. I wonder what it means. It means you want to eat all the peanut butter.
Yeah, my dreams are the most transparent, like nocturnal, like ruminations you could ever imagine.
Right.
Like there's no layer. And so I had a dream that I went to the pound, adopted a baby from it, like out of a cage. And I was like, are you sure I don't have to fill out more paperwork? And they're like, no, you're good to go. And I was like, okay. And then I left with it and realized I didn't have any food for it, didn't know what to feed it, didn't have any diapers, and it had shit in its diapers for like 2 days. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to... I really did not prepare for this. And then I dropped down its face.
You dropped the baby that you got at a shelter on its face, Alie?
And I picked it up and it looked so sad. I was like, I don't know how to do this. Why did I adopt this? This was so dumb.
It's like so easily analyzed because you go to shelters all the time looking at dogs and you never come away with one and you feel terrible about it, but you don't do it because you don't think you're prepared. I know this. You don't think you're prepared to have a dog, but you don't get one.
I'm also of the age where if I lived in the Midwest, I have like 3 kids by now, but I have probably like a dust bowl for a womb and I have nothing happening in there, and for a time now, probably nothing. And so I'm having like very real, like, I'm terrified of motherhood.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
But I'm also, who knows? I'm probably infertile. Who cares? Let's ask our guest what she has learned.
A great guest on. This is April Richardson. She is of Chelsea Lately, the writer of Chelsea Lately, and she's a great stand-up comedian.
Thank you.
So funny.
Thank you.
Welcome to Slumber Party.
Soup's hot.
Super hot.
Whoa, ladies.
With that.
I'm blushing. Well, what I've learned immediately right now is that we are very much alike, all 3 of us. Very much alike. I'm also terrified of motherhood, also likely infertile. Also don't have a lot of action going on in that area. Here's what I just learned, that 311 is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you not know this?
I had no idea.
It's
just a band.
It's
not to me, it isn't.
It's non-emergency services. Non-emergency, whenever you need.
So it's not specifically the hotline to get shit picked up off the curb.
Well, specifically, yes, but it's also other things as well.
So what else do you call 311 for? Like,
I don't know. Like
do you say my neighbor's a serial killer?
Yeah, I guess probably like if your neighbors are being loud,
Oh, because I had to call the actual cops once. I'm not like a super annoying granny, whatever.
Yeah.
I had these neighbors a couple years ago who were nightmares and had parties literally like every single night. Like Tuesday at 5 a.m, they're like bumping music. And so finally, I did call the cops on them, but I remember having to look up whatever the non-emergency full on number is, but now 311.
311.
No idea.
You just dial 555 narc.
Yeah.
And be like,
Granny.
555 bore.
there needs to be a number between 311, which is get this dresser, and 911, which is like someone's murdering me, where it's just like I'm worried my neighbor's a serial killer. It's like 611.
Yeah, it's like a mild emergency. Like, it's not immediate, but it's like mild concern. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
You just do that tone into the phone. And then it's like, how can we help you?
So did you learn anything else?
I was trying to think about this and narrow it down to something that's not like super. I probably like a music thing.
Yeah, bring it on.
I found out about a new guy. This literally happened like last week. I went into a record store and a record was playing and it was rad. So I asked the guy, like, what is this? And it was a band called Cleaners from Venus. And it's by this guy, Martin Newell. I just found out who Martin Newell was. And so I looked him up and he's like this awesome dude who did like 5,000 things. And I went and bought like 3 of his records today at Amoeba because I'm so on board. Wow. So that sounds so pretend, like that's so high fidelity. Like, well, I learned about this guy. But like, yeah, but I mean, he made records in like 1982. I'm always learning about stuff that happened in like 1982.
Were you born yet?
Yeah, I was born in 79.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 34.
Really?
Shit, I just got this youthful glow, I guess.
No, I thought you were like a 90s baby. You know those people that are like,
no.
oh yeah, I grew up in the 90s. I'm like, shut up.
No, I'm
Yeah.
34.
Well,
Just
you look
recently turned 34.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I started taking fish oil recently.
I have some, but I always forget. I take it like once a week because I keep forgetting to take it every day.
I
take
burp
it every
my
day.
brains out. I burp fish for the rest of the freaking day.
Really?
I can't take them.
I think you're just a burper.
I think I'm a burper.
If you take like 3 or 4 of them a day in a couple of days, you'll be like, my skin looks amazing.
Isn't it supposed to help your skin and hair? Yeah.
I mean, maybe I smell like fish all the time, but maybe I already smell like fish. Who knows?
Probably.
So, did you buy it on vinyl, or
I did actually, because it only was on vinyl. Whatever the guy was playing in the thing, and it was so good. I was like, give it to me.
Nice.
Then I got a couple of CDs today at Amoeba.
Alie and I have been meaning to go to Amoeba and like update our collection of music.
For those that don't live in Los Angeles, Amoeba is this huge like superstore warehouse, like the only record store left on the planet.
Yeah, basically,
And
one of like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And when for the last decade, everyone that we knew that was in a band worked there at some point.
Yeah.
in
Oh,
between
sure.
tour, everyone did.
Yeah.
And I haven't purchased a CD in so long, and I think that's why I'm depressed. Because I think before, just in
Is that
general,
it? That's probably it.
Yeah, that's the whole problem. Before, you would go into like Amoeba and you'd be like click 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 click, and you'd look through all the CDs. You'd be like, ooh, what's this? And then you'd get it, and that would be like your summer soundtrack. And now it's like I bought one Beyonce track, and like I don't listen to the radio much,
Right.
Because I work from home, and all the radio stations suck. I'm like, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do Spotify. I don't know.
No, all my stuff just still comes from like mixtapes or like friends being like, hey, have you heard this thing? It's awesome. And then I'll go check it out.
I need better friends.
Sorry.
My problem. So
Sorry.
you learned about. Oh, can I tell you one more thing I learned this week?
Yeah.
Please do.
That everyone learned this week, and you guys are gonna be like, oh, so did I. Daft Punk is weird looking. Did you see that picture?
No, I have yet to see them without masks.
Yeah, someone took a picture of them playing beer pong. They're like, oh, Daft Punk without their helmets, and then they posted it, and then they immediately took it down.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, I guess immediately taking it down because I was going to say, how does anybody know it's them?
No. I think because they immediately took it down, and also because they were kind of ugly. One of them,
Like ugly, like what?
Also on the internet, you can't immediately. It doesn't matter if you immediately
yeah.
take it down. 8 million people have downloaded it.
There's so many screenshots.
What
Yeah.
do they look like?
One guy looked like he could be cute with like kind of a bob.
Are they older? Are they younger?
French? No,
A
they're
French.
like late. I think they're like mid 30s or
Okay.
something. And the other looked like kind of like he had a double chin and a receding hairline. It's like there's
Oh, Dustin, our producer is showing.
Here is showing us.
Oh, he's cute.
Wait, look at the other one though.
How do I look?
You'll
at the other
find
one?
it.
They just totally shouldn't have made they should have not. If they didn't do anything, then they could just go, well, that's not us.
not
and
them.
no
That's
one
true.
would know.
I know. Someone's feeling like a real dick lick.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's getting in trouble.
Dick lick. Anyway, so that's Daft Punk. That's what they look like without their helmets.
Wow.
Big deal, you guys.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Huge deal. Do you want to play a slumber party game?
Yes, of course.
Alie, you want to go first? Want me to go first?
Yes.
Georgia, you go first. I want first
Okay.
this time.
I don't like that one. Let's see.
We have a slips of
Okay,
paper
this
that
one's
are
always
our organizational system.
This is always a good one.
Oh.
What is your super secret, super gross, but you love it midnight snack?
Oh my! I eat only gross things. I really do. Like a friend of mine once said that I have the eating habits of a rich 12-year-old. Because I eat like Taco Bell every day.
You are in crazy shape.
And like, I'm not in good shape.
You're in
I'm
really
skinny,
good shape.
but not in good shape though. Trust me.
Okay.
There's like zero muscle tone going
You guys
on.
wrestle. Grapple.
Let's go now.
But no, honestly, I couldn't even. I eat Taco Bell every day. I eat gross pizza every day.
What's like in your fridge that you're watching, like, you know, episodes of The Bachelor, and it's midnight and you're alone, and you open the fridge and you're like, oh yeah, like for
I'll
me,
just straight up eat Nutella out of the jar.
Yeah, I just did
Straight
peanut
up
butter.
Spoon it out of the jar.
I just did peanut butter, and I took the spoon of peanut butter and stuck it into a bag of chocolate chips and
Yes.
pulled it out and ate it like that.
Yeah, that's a staple. You know what I did yesterday?
What?
Last night, I was like, fuck, I haven't had anything. I need sugar. I was craving it so badly. I ate a spoonful of jam. Hi. I'm grown up. I went to college. And then after that, I took a fistful of mini marshmallows that had congealed into one mass. I stuck the mass on a fork like a tumor, and then I roasted it over my gas burner.
No. That's classy, though.
That is
Last night.
amazing.
You could've just
That's
shoved
just
that thing
pure
in your mouth.
ingenuity. There's no shame there.
No.
No, I'm like a rat. I'm like a rat with tools. It's disgusting.
No, really. I mean, I think it was a deal breaker in a recent relationship.
Really?
Because the dude was like, "You're gross. Like you eat gross food all the time." I'm like, I like the way Taco Bell tastes. I'm sorry. Yeah, it totally was. He was like so weirdly embarrassed by it.
Was he like a paleo CrossFit guy?
He's a CrossFit guy. Yeah, he's like
good
super
call,
fit.
Alie Ward.
I started doing CrossFit with him. It didn't last that long. Because not because I'm like super lazy. I mean, I do what I gotta do, but like the idea of couples working out is so weird.
Oh,
to
it's
me.
the worst.
So gross.
It's the
I'm just
worst.
like, that's not a thing I want to do with you. Like, we'll do it on our own time.
And that's all you guys talk about after that, too, right?
Yeah, and
Do
it's
work
just
out
you just
together?
watch each other sweat and get gross. Like, no, that's
not
not
into it.
like a thing.
I
want to do.
I run when I can. Like,
Yeah.
running is like my deal.
Yeah,
and
me too.
And I like it. And I'm not. I don't think. And I listen to gangster rap
Yeah.
I'm too white to listen to. But I had a boyfriend who was really upset that I wouldn't run with him.
Yes,
I don't
mine
wanna-
too.
I want to pace with someone.
Yes.
Like I'll see you twice around the reservoir and we'll high five. But
Right.
don't run
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah. There's just some things it's like, you do you. And then we'll hang out later.
Hang out after.
Yeah.
I don't even care about being sweaty. I'm just like, I just don't want to pant. I don't want to pant next to you.
Exactly.
I find that annoying.
Even
And then it's like
hiking.
you got to try to talk or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, no.
I like hiking with Alie and the girls because it's like you get some serious, like, it's some therapy there. Like the weird shit comes out when you're sweating hiking up Griffith Park.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're with a dude and it's like, and then you're like holding hands, sweaty hands. But when I'm alone, I just want to listen to a book on tape. I don't want to talk about like your childhood when we're hiking.
Don't
You
work
know?
out with us.
Right.
Hey,
No.
dudes. Don't work out
Don't
with
work
us.
out with us. We're cool. Don't ask me if I want to go on a hike for a date. That's not a fucking date.
No, that's not a date.
Yeah.
No, that's like a 3rd month relationship.
Sure.
We're both getting fat because all we've been doing is fucking going out to dinner.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to take you on. You know what my dad did? My mom had a baby.
Uh-oh.
The first baby. You want to hear about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get personal. I'm wearing leggings. So, my mom had a baby and she was like, hell yeah. And she just ate so many Snickers. She was like, it's on. And she gained 70 pounds.
Holy shit.
And she pumped out this like 10-pound baby. And then my dad is like, I got a badminton set for the backyard. Aww. Because my mom was like, ugh.
Obese.
Yeah, and so my mom didn't realize until later that was a way to like, come on, you're
She didn't. She just thought he was a badminton enthusiast.
suddenly was
Yeah.
really into that activity. But I love it because like, how high impact is that?
Right. That's true. Yeah, good point. Unless the dude's like wailing the birdie at you or whatever, you're not really gonna get that. I also just called your dad the dude. My dad is the name your dad.
My dad had a titanium birdie with a I don't know what he was doing. He's like, take this, Nancy.
High
Do you
impact
ever?
badminton.
Was your mom a bad cook or your parents?
No, my mom's a fantastic cook. No. I grew up eating totally like well, not totally healthy, but like balanced. I grew up in the South, so I did grow up eating like fried chicken
Yeah.
and stuff. But my mom,
Awesome.
I like everything. Like I don't reject good food. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like obviously, if somebody comes to me and is like, "Would you like to go to a 5-star restaurant or Taco Bell?" I'm going to choose a 5-star restaurant.
Okay.
But. You know,
Not
whatever.
every
I
time.
spend a lot of time alone too. The Taco Bell drive-thru is way faster than going to like, you know, Fancy Steaks R Us.
I have a
The Steaky Emporium or whatever.
I'm just gonna cruise by Fancy Steaks Hearts. It takes 2 hours maximum.
I go through my fair share of drive-thrus. I mean, as a single lady, it's like,
Yeah.
it's there.
And I can cook. And I enjoy doing it, but cooking for one person's a drag.
It
And I
is.
also think most people are like, oh, you save money. And I'm like, I don't think you do, because there's not a lot of places at the grocery store that are like, here's this for one. Like that doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
There's a half loaf of bread called a bachelor loaf.
See, it's just like
depressing.
depressing.
So sad. It's
Yeah.
like it's some sort of like lonely heart.
Like, I
loaf.
totally need it, but I would never buy that.
It would just make me sad buying it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever, I'll take the number 4 at Taco Bell or whatever.
I get it. Georgia and I went to Del Taco the other day because we were running errands, and I was like, I'm just gonna get up and wash my hands before we go. And she was like, don't. And she had a Rain Man moment. And I was like, what's happening? And she's like, don't leave me alone in this restaurant. restaurant. I don't want anyone to see me alone.
This restaurant. I do also love calling them restaurants.
Restaurant, yeah.
Let's dine in at this restaurant.
I have like a phobia of being seen in a fast food restaurant alone.
What? A phobia of it. It's that strong.
Like it
so specific.
Yeah, but that's the case of like nobody can judge you because they're there too. If they see you, that means you saw them.
if they're driving by.
Oh,
Like that gives me anxiety to think about that.
because you think you're going to be judged.
Yes, some friend of a friend is going to be in a Nissan Altima and just be like, "Whoa!"
I saw Georgia alone during the day, the middle of the day in
And
Del
then
Taco.
You're just like, "Come at me,
And
bro."
who are they going to like tell?
I don't know, but that's if I see someone alone in a Del Taco during the day, I'm like, that's depressing.
Well, you need to stay far away from me because that is like a weekly, if not 2 or 3 times weekly event in my life.
Even in your car, it's fine. I don't know. I obviously need to talk to my therapist about this because this
My
is some
thought would
crazy
be
shit.
like, you're running around, you're real busy.
Go through the drive-thru.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, but
sometimes
you
need a break.
look, it's tacos though, and there's never a time in your life where you're going to hit every single green light than when you're trying to eat tacos in your car.
Yeah.
It's a hard road.
I've pulled over under a tree and just been like, let's do this.
Oh, I've done
Tostada.
that too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like a deep-seated, like from my way back anorexia issues. Like, I can't be seen here alone. Can I cut that? No, it's that.
No.
Just
Keep
brought
it
it
in.
down.
Keep it in. Talk to Jennifer, your therapist, about it.
That just got
I have another question.
super low. Go, Alie.
Do you have an internet crush? Do you have any crushes on anyone? I
have
ladies, men's,
lots of crushes.
Like someone that you're like, oh, I want to check out what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're all like crushes in the way that I did ask this guy out on Instagram.
No.
How did that?
This is okay.
On Instagram?
Kind of. This is the most like millennium story in the world, but like, yeah, it was. I only recently started using my Instagram. I signed up for it like a year ago or whatever, and forgot about it.
Yeah, what's your handle?
April Rich.
Oh, I follow you.
Yes.
Following you.
But yeah, so I only like a few months ago did I start using it. And so when I remembered I had it, I was like, oh, who's following me? That's weird. I've never used it. And it was like 10 people. And one of them was this dude. It was everybody I knew except one dude. So I'm like, how does this dude know who I am? And then I go look at his stuff and he's like super hot, wearing Morrissey t-shirts. I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh, we should preface that you're obsessed with
I'm
Morrissey.
totally obsessed with Morrissey.
yeah. Oh,
totally.
God.
And
Oh,
he's
God,
and he's got like New Order posters, like everything I'm into. So I'm like, what? And then I couldn't remember if I knew him, like if I met him at a show or something. And then so I looked on Twitter and he was following me on Twitter. So I'm like, how do I know this guy? So I sent him a DM on Twitter. And I'm like, do we know each other? Like if we met and I forgot? And I was like, I swear this is not a line. Like I'm asking you if I know you, not like, hey, do you come here often? And he wrote back and was like, no, I don't think we do. I'm just like a fan of your work or something. And I just immediately was like, do you want to go out?
Oh my God, good for
It's
you.
like wasted zero time.
That's great.
And then we did, and it didn't work. But we're totally friends. Like we hung out the other day, like as friends. It's just
Oh.
like date style that didn't work. But
That's
Not,
nice.
it was
no
cool.
vibe. No vibe.
yeah, I don't want to say anything to diss him, but like, yeah, kind of. But he's totally handsome and like great. It just like no vibes. You know what I mean?
It happens.
Yeah, but
don't know
we're
why
totally
that
friends.
happened.
Wait, don't lie. He had unexpected facial hair, didn't he?
No, he had expected facial hair.
Oh.
I mean, he had a beard and everything. Again,
thinking
he's a
goatee.
totally good-looking dude.
I was thinking goatee or soul patch.
No. There's nothing wrong with this guy at all. Just like no vibes. But so that's an internet crush that I've acted on within minutes of having.
I like that.
That's the thing about Instagram is I feel like it's easier to get a crush on someone on Instagram because people are less cynical on Instagram in general. People are a little bit more goofy and lighthearted, but on Twitter it's like there's kind of like a I'll
right, to
snark
see, I'll
you.
snark, yeah.
And so but then on Instagram there's no feature where you could be like, hey, how's it
Right.
going? You would have to in front of everyone be like, you want to hit this or what?
Yeah,
Then
that's
no
true.
one's gonna do that. So
Yeah.
give me another slumber party game, Georgia.
Okay.
Sorry to me. We have slips of paper like butterflies fluttering all over the room.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh, isn't that cute? Do 12-year-old girls at slumber parties talk about this?
No,
Dustin,
they say they're-
our audio engineer. Do 12-year-old boys at slumber parties talk about their favorite thing about themselves?
No.
Yeah,
Do boys have slumber parties?
Back in the day, kind of, yeah.
I think they talk about masturbating to Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi.
No, they actually masturbate in a circle.
Ew, circle jerk. Well, everyone, keep your leggings on, you guys. So what's the thing you like most about yourself, April?
I don't know. I think I have cool looking hair. I like my hair.
do.
I think my hair is my best feature.
Your hair's great.
Thank you.
I just tried to pet this cat and I realized I was petting the blanket. For those of you not familiar with the avatars of April Richardson, she's super cute, shiny hair with short bangs, and she rocks it.
Yeah.
She's like,
That's
I'm
good
a
hair.
short bangs girl.
Yeah, so I like that. And I'm pretty nice. I think I'm a pretty nice person.
That's a good one.
I think I'm like easy to talk to. So you know
So
what I'm
far,
saying?
yeah, super.
I mean,
easy to
that's
talk
how, I
to.
mean, in a way that like, I don't know.
Do you think being a comedian helps you just in general open conversations with people? Because you're like, I have to talk to rooms full of people.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah. Well, and also I'm not like shy at all in general. I'll go talk to anybody whenever or wherever. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, sure, because I don't have any fear of like talking in public. But yeah.
That's good.
I feel like people feel like they can tell me things and trust me with stuff, and I like that.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just wait till we start talking about super embarrassing stuff. And then we'll be like, don't tell anyone except
Don't tell anyone except these microphones and the internet.
Georgia, what's your favorite thing about yourself? Do you have a favorite thing about yourself? I'm sure you do.
I'm happy with myself. I like my sense of humor. I like.
Pretty good. You got good feet too.
Oh, I have good. Thank you. I do have good feet. I do.
So creepy.
That was creepy, but they're just sitting here. They're just sitting here unadorned with anything.
I went to look up something about Zooey Deschanel the other day, I think, to find out like who she had married or something, and that you type in her name and it's like Zooey Deschanel, like hair, age, feet, and the like feet was like the thing.
It's funny that you bring her up because recently a friend of mine had to look her up for something too, like on her IMDb, and the profile, like the third fact, it's like, you know, Zooey Deschanel, her birthday or whatever, and then it had her weight, and then it had to a tenth of a pound. It was like 125.9 pounds. It was crazy detailed. Like, who knows that? Did her doctor fill that out? Like,
I don't even know, and that's totally dependent on how much like water and what your BM situation is.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like how detailed that is.
I'm just saying, your BM sitch. It depends on my BM sitch.
Oh my god!
I totally saw them at like the Warped Tour. BM Sitch.
BM Sitch. Their EP, tenth of a pound, is out.
Oh god! What's your favorite thing about yourself, Alie?
I like my favorite thing about myself is your sense of humor and
my
your
feet.
No, I have the most atrocious feet ever. I've got disgusting.
I don't like
BM
mine either. I never
feet
show them off.
sitch.
Yeah, I don't show anyone those.
Am I making you guys uncomfortable with my naked feet out here?
No, they're lovely. I'm
okay with it.
I'm like I'm warmly envious, if anything.
I guess some people think feet are gross, right?
No, yeah. When your feet are gross, you see other people's feet, and you're like, oh, that must like if you have like I have crazy curly hair, and I see people with silky hair, and I go, what's that like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Grass is always greener because I get bummed because mine won't do anything but
except
this.
look shiny.
No,
and
but it
amazing.
won't be curly. I've tried to curl it and it's not happening.
Yeah, my hair is like cotton candy. It's like a ginger cotton candy. I can mold it and shape it like a troll head. It's the worst. My favorite thing about myself is these leggings I'm wearing right now. It was the best decision I've ever made.
Your eyebrows are looking pretty great right now.
Yeah. Thank
you
Did you
so
draw
much.
this in?
Yeah, I haven't plucked them in a while.
They look great.
Thank you.
They
My
look
eyebrows.
nice and full.
My eyebrows are my favorite thing about you. What other slumber party games do you have?
Let's see. Oh, ghost story. We heard that you have a fear of ghosts.
Yes, this is a fear I've admitted on several podcasts, and it's absolutely true. Like I said, I grew up in the South, and my number one fear in life is Civil War ghosts.
Did you get like molested by a Civil War reenactor or something?
No. I've never actually seen one thing. I wouldn't be alive to tell you. I would just have an instant heart attack, fear-induced heart attack if I ever saw one. But I grew up in Georgia, really close to a lot of like actual Civil War battlefields. Also, Atlanta was fully burned down at the time. Like a lot of shit, Civil War shit went down around where I grew up, and it's just a scary thing. And there are a lot of Civil War houses. Like friends of mine would live in houses. Like you would know if you walk into a house and there's like a fireplace in the bedroom. You're like, oh, this is a Civil War house. Like you just already know, like, oh, it's haunted. This is a haunted house we're in.
Did anyone say that their houses were haunted? Like your friends?
Yeah. And again, I didn't. And this is a whole thing I've talked about too. Like I can't say definitively if I believe in ghosts or not because I've never seen one.
Yeah.
But I do feel that way about a lot of things. Like just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And just because I think there are a lot of things the human brain can't comprehend, that doesn't mean that they don't happen. So I can't say
Allie's
yes or no.
language. You're speaking her language so hard.
Yeah. So it's like I've never seen one, but I've definitely had friends and people I know and trust and don't think are like crazy weird liars say that they have. Just the idea of it is the scariest thing in the world to me. They're just the angriest ghosts. They lost.
Why?
They lost.
But maybe
they're pissed about that.
Lost the South.
They were racist.
Maybe they don't have.
Yes.
Maybe emotions don't exist anymore after you die, though.
Yeah,
Like,
but
maybe
I've
it's
always
not
all
an
you
emotion.
are your emotions and your thoughts. I mean, you're a big.
It's your
lump of
soul, isn't
ganglia.
it? Isn't a ghost your soul? So it's like, doesn't that encompass emotions?
It's such a simple explanation. It's too easy.
It is also weird if you really think about it that you're like a big lump of ganglia and you're a big lump of cells and stuff, but also all your cells are made up of like old raccoons and bark and stuff, and that is fucking weird. Do you know what I mean? So, like, who knows? Maybe I'm made of an angry raccoon. I'm made.
You could
of,
be a ghost. You could be an angry
a ghost.
raccoon.
I am made of parts of dead people. That's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Just think about that for a minute. Nothing matters.
I don't understand.
Go to Taco Bell.
Let's go to Taco Bell.
You know what I mean?
Give me a Mexican pizza.
For reals. By the way, FYI, Mexican pizzas used to be called pizzazz pizzas when they were first introduced in the 80s.
Even the aficionado did not know
I
that.
know, and they were called pizzazz pizza, and they were my mom's favorite. And so we'd drive.
They're
with
my
Pinto.
mom's favorite. She always gets Mexican pizza.
Remember they have olives on them?
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
have
they
olives?
did.
They don't anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
I ate those.
Yeah.
They did because my ex, who was also actually really into Taco Bell, my ex-husband would always ask for them.
You were married?
without. I was married. I was married.
Wait a
Is that
minute,
a
your
did I just drop a
website-
bomb?
Your
Yeah, we gotta
website
talk
and
about
Twitter
this.
bio does not mention that.
Well, it's not relevant.
How long were you married?
Can we talk about this?
For 5 years, sure.
Because you're from the South.
I mean, maybe that has to do with part. No, it shouldn't though, because my entire family's divorced. I should have been like, oh, the whole family tree is fractured. Why am I trying to do this? Not in a sad way, just in a like I shouldn't have been so dumb way. But no, yeah, I got married when I was 23.
That's little.
Oh my
God.
You've been divorced for what, 6 years?
Yes. Holy crap. Yeah.
Rain Man.
We got divorced when I was 28. So yeah.
Crazy. What was it when you were walking down the aisle? Because this is the thing.
Okay.
People who are divorced say, when I was walking down the aisle, I knew it was a mistake. But you know what's weird? Is I think if you ask people in successful marriages,
Yeah.
they'd probably say, when I walked down the aisle, I was worried it was a mistake. So I think everyone was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't. I absolutely, when I walked down the aisle to the Smiths, of course.
Oh
Yes,
my
of course.
God.
There's a light that never goes out. So now I'm kind of bummed because I can't get married again.
Yeah.
I ruined that. Well, the next time, if I do get married, highly unlikely, I will walk down the aisle to the theme from Peter Gunn. I've already made that determination. But yeah, I absolutely didn't think that.
Really?
Looking back, I didn't. The honeymoon, maybe some doubts.
What happened on the honeymoon?
No, zero things, if you know.
Oh, you got a bone on the honeymoon.
No.
You got a bone.
We didn't.
Wait, there was, like, even the wedding night?
Nope.
Wait a minute. Did you bone before?
I don't-
You
no.
don't have to talk about it. But
Well, the only reason is because we're super good friends. My ex-husband's a rad dude. Like, honest to
great.
God, like a super rad dude. We hang out a lot. But it's just, we were
not there?
Yeah, we were just should have stayed bros. But it was a kind of thing where, for my end, kind of for both of us, we had just recently, the previous relationships we had been in were with like terrible people, both of us.
Oh, so you were so
And
happy to
It
be with
was. It was a
someone
kind of like,
nice.
I'm never going to find anybody awesomer than you. Me too. And it was more like that.
What if you guys get married again in the future?
No, it was never happened. He's got a girlfriend that he lives with that I love very much too. They're great together.
That's
So
great.
no, that's not
Good
going to
for you.
happen.
You sound like such a healthy human being.
Yeah, how did
No,
you,
it's
how'd you get
just-
through that?
Well, because we both, it kind of, I mean, towards the end of it, it was, we were both kind of like, this sucks, right? Like it was, so it was, there was no incident of like, there was no one thing to piss us off. It was just this gradual, like, well, this isn't working, right? No. And then, and also because kind of the whole time we were just bros. So there was no transition to, that's why it's like, it's been weird with recent exes trying to hang out because there is sort of like sexual tension there.
Yeah.
Whereas there was just none with us. So there's no problem in transitioning to friends because we were always friends.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no danger. Like if we hang out, it's like nobody wants to kiss anybody ever, ever, ever. So that's
Yeah,
not a
I've
thing.
remained friends with guys I've dated, but and the minute it's over, I'm done. I don't think I've ever had.
You're so good at that.
What's it
You're
called?
way better. You're way better at that.
What's it called when you have sex with your ex after you broke up?
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Ex-sex? I don't do that.
I don't know what that is called. It's like when you return to that sound.
Yeah.
I have no
I
idea.
don't wanna look at your-
It's called alieward.com.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
Yeah.
I have never broken up with someone and not gone back and hit that.
Wow.
I have never. It's always been like, oh,
Nostalgia.
once
Right.
for another year.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like losing someone is so terrible. I'm really bad at that. I'm terrible at it. But you have a better. Georgia's policy is better. Georgia's like, nope.
It's not even a policy. I'm so uninterested in their penis after I break up with them.
Wow.
I don't want anything to do with it.
I miss people so much.
I think for me it depends, because there have been people that I've broken up with where I am like, you don't exist anymore the second I break up with you. And then, well, the last two, I got dumped twice in a row just recently. Like, so
Who are they?
their full names are no, but so after that, I mean, both of those times I didn't want it to happen, so I was very like, what?
Yeah.
But I also I'm pretty good as far as like the guy, not the most recent guy, but the guy before that dumped me after 2 years, and I didn't see it coming. Like, I was pretty good about not he called me a few times and I didn't answer, and I was like very determined and very disciplined, but we're cool now. We're friends and we hang out.
Wow, that's
Are you
heavy.
are you like, hey, dudes, I'm career focused, back off?
No, weirdly enough, in those two, I got kind of similar. I'm not like a wifey type, I don't think, to dudes. I think I get a very, like, guys date me and they're like, oh my God, you're so fun and weird. And then after a year, they're like, well, now I want a wife and a mother of children, and you're not that person.
Whoa.
You're weird. Like, the weirdness I liked 6 months ago is now a hindrance.
Do you want kids?
I don't know. Now, no, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's like a never say never thing.
Yeah.
You never know if you're going to drop them on their face. They're going to have a load of
Right. I might go to the pound one day and get one out of a cage.
No shit.
But until that day,
the paperwork was so minimal. It was like,
do you want this child? Check yes or no.
yeah, it was like, you're not going to do a home inspection, but you know what's weird is I could get knocked up right now.
Yeah.
I could have that thing in 9 months. Absolutely no people.
No questions asked.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
I could have it in my bathtub.
Exactly.
No paperwork. I don't have to have an inspection.
Isn't that insane?
It's actually easier for me to make another human being than it would be for me to get a dog.
It absolutely is.
Which is crazy.
It's
Yeah,
super
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's the weird thing is I think I can't tell when guys are just when they're in the wife space and when it's almost like I almost feel like it's a detriment to be like focused on your job, even though this is 2013 and that's disgusting. You know,
Like, they kind of want like
the most recent guy I dated was oh my God, the best dude, like just the best. I'm like, this is it, dream guy. I would totally marry this guy, even though I'm weirdly questioning marriage. But and it was the same thing. Like, he was like, you're the best too. And then after a few months, it was a sort of like, well, you're always joking and you're not serious enough. And which it makes sense. It's not a thing where I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But it's also like, well, that's what you liked about me.
that sounds like a
why
nice
does
thing to
that suck
have
now?
in a person for the rest of your life. Is like,
I think so
someone
too,
lighthearted,
but I guess
fun
not.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
reals. Oh God,
What, you want a
dated-
girl that cries at the fucking drop of a hat?
I
Jesus
dated a guy
Christ.
who was maybe on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum.
Oh, no.
And you'd say something like kind of sarcastic, and he'd be like, I don't know. Oh God damn it! What am I doing? But he's
Right.
so cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I have also dated guys that are like jokesters all the time, and it does get like,
Yeah.
it feels like they're like hiding, like they're kind of putting a wall up.
Well, you date mostly, Georgia dates mostly comedians. Do you date mostly comedians?
No, well, since my divorce, I've only dated those two dudes. I've had two boyfriends in the past 6 years.
Well, slow
So-
your roll. You're slowing your roll. I get
have
it.
very limited experience. One of them was a comedian, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Comedians are so hard to date.
Well, he's
They're
kind
so
of not
funny and smart.
I don't mostly date comedians. Can we go back real quick? I don't mostly date comedians.
Uh-oh.
Do you want me to list some names, girl?
No, I know, but at the same time, like, I haven't dated that many people.
If you were to say, if there's a certain kind of guy that I always keep going for, I would have to cop to that.
I like funny dudes who hate themselves. Okay, like, what do you want from me? That's hot to me. That's sexy.
You love self-loathing.
I do. It's so sexy.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I don't blame you because all of the guys that you've dated have been really super funny and super charming.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean they
All
always
right,
wash their pants. Saying.
All right, let's stop talking about my terrible dating.
I'm just saying, you can't deny it if it's true.
I'm blushing so hard right now.
Georgia was caught.
Okay, here we go. Here's a question that's not about. If you had to quit your life and start new, what would it look like?
I don't know. I think about this when I think about if I lose my job or whatever, and if I got out of comedy, I would probably go back to I was a copy editor before I worked on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a copy editor at MTV News.
Hey.
And it was pretty great. I got to talk to Kurt Loder on like a daily basis.
Say, what was your Kurt Loder experience?
It was pretty great. Funnily enough, so I think I would do that because that's what I went to school for, and I actually really enjoy it, and it's great to get paid to read all day, which is essentially what it is. But yeah, well, like my first week that I started working at MTV News, I got one of his articles to correct, and there were mistakes in it. And I remember asking my coworker Katie, who's awesome, and we're really good friends still. I was like, "Am I allowed to tell Kurt Loder that like you put a comma in the wrong place?" And she was like, "Yeah, you're just supposed to edit it like anything else." And yeah, I remember having to email him and be like, "Here's your copy back." And he had it was funny because it was a venue. It was this weird venue name in New York because it was a show review. And I was like, "Oh, actually, the venue spells it like this." And he wrote back and was like, "Are you sure about that?" Because I think he was always cool, like super cool. But he was like, "Are you sure about that?" And like we had to go back and forth, and I had to kind of put my foot down and be like, "Listen, Kurt Loder,
Oh my God.
I looked it up. This is how it's spelled." And no, he was super cool about it. We ended up being kind of friends at the end of it because like I would email him jokes and like he's great.
You know who else? I've been, when I follow your Facebook, are you friends with Dave Grohl for real?
Yes.
Did he make you a mix CD?
Yes.
That is fucking unreal.
Yeah, he's rad. He's like a dude version of me. And I don't mean in the way he's clearly far superior and more talented. I don't mean that
Stop.
way. I mean in the way that he's like super hyper and like super excited about things and like really he's like the only person I know that never tells me to calm down and never tells me to not be excited about shit. So yeah, he was a guest host at Chelsea Lately for a week. And yeah, we just hit it off. I have all this stuff hanging up on my walls, at work. And so he was like, "Oh, you're into so and so, you're into so and so." And so we just kind of traded music stories and traded mixtapes.
Traded music story with a guy who was in Nirvana.
Yeah, it was
Like,
kind of mind blowing,
what?
and it was funny because he was like, "What? You're into so?" Like we just kept. It was like, "Me too, me too, me too, me too." It was very like little kid, Oh
my God.
So we were just like high fiving bros the whole time.
so cool.
He's the best dude. He's fantastic. He just has like the best attitude and is like
That's so nice.
psyched about everything and the least cynical person I've like ever met in my life.
Really?
Just
I did not expect that.
Just the fucking best, like pumping his fist, high fiving guy ever.
That makes me happy.
That does
Yeah.
make me happy. Yeah, because you would think someone in Nirvana would still have a little bit of a...
Oh no, he's like an overgrown 15-year-old. I mean, that's why we get along so well because we'll just and we're not like we don't hang out every day, but like we talk and we'll just send each other music or whatever and be like, "Oh my God, have you heard this? Oh, have you heard this?"
Oh
And,
my God,
Yeah.
Dave Grohl.
So what is it like working at Chelsea Lately, by the way? What is that even... How did you get the job?
I totally 100% Jen Kirkman because we were friends before. We were friends just like through comedy and also Morrissey because she's like super into Morrissey.
Nice.
So we had gone to see Morrissey together, I think. But anyway, when I got laid off from MTV. They just eliminated one of the positions of copy editor and it was mine. And I got laid off. And then I was unemployed for a while. Excuse me as I burp into your mics.
Do it.
I was unemployed for a while. It was like going on a year or something, and I just started freaking out. And so I just sent like a blanket, "I need a job" email to everyone I knew, but it was a general, like, I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be comedy necessarily. And she wrote me back immediately and was just like, "Hey, there's an opening for writer's assistant." Like they just told me, "Send me your resume right now." And so I literally think I was the first resume that they
Wow.
saw. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then so I went in and I kind of knew I got it when I had a second interview because the second interview was Chelsea was sitting. It was like sort of like she's going to size you up interview.
Shit. That's
Yeah, and it went
intimidating
pretty
as
well.
fuck.
Yeah, it was, especially because they were like, the question I'll stand up. There was like, "Tell us about your stand up. What's your stand up like?" Because that's such a hard, you can't
Yeah.
answer that. And so she kind of asked me that, but then I told her some like just the dirtiest bit I had and she was on board. So I was like, okay,
That's
I think
so
I got
cool.
this. But yeah, it's Jen. Like I totally owe it to Jen.
Oh, she seems
Shout out.
good. She seems like a great one.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
the best.
Shout out to
She's
Jen
so
Kirkman.
good.
She and Thomas Lennon tweet about Morrissey or the Smiths. I get so excited.
Tom also is I met Tom at a Morrissey show. Like I also met him before I started doing comedy. Like when I went to see Morrissey 10 nights in a row at the Palladium a few years ago. He was at all of them. He was at every single one of them. And so I just saw, like, by the fifth night, I just went up to him and was like, "What's up?"
Oh my God.
Because you know how I used to wear that the Morrissey shirt on Reno 911? I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, this is a goof because the character's gay or whatever." And I think I told him that. I'm like, "Oh, you're really into him?" Like, I thought it was a goof. And he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I'm totally obsessed with him.
Wow.
And it ends up like we have such overlaps. We went to see Billy Bragg together a bunch. Like, we have the same record collection. Like, Tom, like, we'll email each other, be like, "You going to the show?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." So it's crazy. Like, yeah, we have a ton in common musically too. He's the best dude too.
Do you think there's anything about listening to the Smiths when you were growing up in like seminal years that made you more like
interested in language or writing at all?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I used to read I had a dictionary out because I first heard The Smiths. Louder Than Bombs is the first tape I got when I was 12. And yeah, there were times where I'm like, oh, I don't know what I would look up words that were in the lyrics. And so definitely.
Yeah,
completely.
The language and poetry. That's one, I think because I started listening to The Smiths when I was like 14 or 15. And I think I loved the poetry and the language and the vocabulary and the syntax so much.
Yeah.
It was so clever.
Yes.
And there were so many turns of phrase. They were so smart, but they were still funny, but they were sad. And I started getting way more into writing in high school, way more into language in
Absolutely.
general.
Do you know what's weird? I never listened to that, but I listened to Dead Kennedys, and I think it got me into history.
I think no, it absolutely, because I listened to Billy Bragg when I was a teenager too, and he got me into like Karl Marx and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I totally think that even something like that, like that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like Cambodia, like what they're singing about Cambodia, like
Holiday in Cambodia.
Yeah, like what does that mean? And I'd ask my mom, like all the, it's like 13 or 14, and I'd be like, Mom, what is a Biafra? Like what is like a
right?
It's really interesting.
We should have a band.
What?
Let's start a band. Let's do it.
I play drums. Let's do this.
I don't do.
Do you
anything.
really?
What do you play?
I can't. I can barely play bass. I
you
only
sing?
took it up like a couple. No,
I can wail if you
I'm a
punch me.
terrible singer.
I'll punch you.
What other slumber party games?
Let's do one more, and then let's do Fuck That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the next game?
I don't have one. Do you have one? Let's do Fuck That.
Let's do Fuck That.
Okay.
Okay, so Fuck That is a segment where we talk about one thing that we love so much, we'd fuck it.
Right.
One thing we hate so much, we're like, fuck that.
Okay.
Should I start?
Sure.
Do you know what you want to fuck, Georgia?
I know what I want to fuck, but I don't know what I hate.
Okay, I'm going to start.
Okay.
One thing, fuck that. Fuck that. You open an Evite, you respond yes or no. Don't just look at it.
Can you tell if people have looked at it?
Yeah. You say yes or no.
Right.
I sent you an Evite. Just tell me if you're coming or not. You know what I
Right.
mean? I haven't sent an Evite in like 12 years. But we had to send one recently. And I was like, what do you mean you looked at it and you don't know? You can say maybe. You can change it later.
Right, right.
It's a Tuesday night. What do you have going on? And so, and I didn't realize that I'm the asshole that gets those. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to that. And I don't even
You
tell
did that
them
to
yes.
my birthday party.
I didn't even say
on
yes.
Facebook. I
didn't
know.
even say yes to yours. Because like, duh, I'm going to be
But
there.
I want to know how many people are going to be there.
I know. I'm an asshole.
You need to do it now.
I'm doing that because I haven't sent out an invite asking for a head count for anything in forever. I just send out text being like, you want to come or not? So
And because Alie, your name is A, so your name is always at the very top of that
very
list
top.
of people who have not responded.
I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, am I going to Georgia's birthday? Are you kidding me?
Right.
I am
Like, why am
Georgia's
I even-
birthday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I will, like whatever needs to be done. Our producer Dustin is showing us some sort of Evite. Are you responding to our Evite?
Oh, he's
right
responding
now?
to our...
Clicking yes.
Oh, thanks, Dustin.
See, our producer Dustin, invited to our premiere party, has not yet responded.
I love it.
So that is one thing that I'm like, fuck that.
That's just politeness, straight up polite.
I know. I didn't realize that it mattered. I almost am like, nobody cares if I'm even going.
Everyone cares.
But you
maybe
have to
someone
tell
will go
people.
because they're like, oh, Allie's going.
You have to tell people if you're going to go. They need to know how many mini hot dogs to get.
Right.
The other thing that I love so much that I want to fuck it. Time blocking. Do you know what this is?
No.
Okay. It's going to change your life.
Okay.
Time blocking is because we work from home, which means we work from a froyo shop, which means we work from Alaska.
Which means you never work.
Which means we work as much as we can. Not enough. But time blocking but in general, you can do it for whatever, even if you have a real job. When you make a to-do list, but then you tell yourself in what block of time you have to get it done. So if you're like, I'm going to go to the bank between 9 and 9:30, and then I'm going to go to the post office between 9:30 and 10, and then I'm going to go for my run between 12. And it
Allie,
sounds crazy
I love
anal.
this.
I have to do this.
It sounds anal, but the thing is, when you have a to-do list, you're like, ugh, and you can't focus on
get
one
overwhelmed.
thing. Yeah, but when you have it blocked, you're like, my only job right now is to go to the post office, and then I did it.
Dude.
And what happens is you end up getting a shit ton done because you're only focusing on one thing at once because you've scheduled everything out. It's called time blocking. It's awesome.
I love it.
Doing that.
I'm totally doing that.
You know, this is like my huge problem is that I'm just like, it's too much. I'll do it
No,
tomorrow.
time block it. Just tell yourself
Doing
what
it.
time you're doing it. Okay, Georgia.
I love it. The thing I love so much I want to fuck right now is this TV show Family Tree on HBO.
No, what is that?
Oh, isn't it the new Christopher Guest?
Yeah, it's the new Christopher Guest show, and I'm in love with the actor. His name is
Chris O'Dowd?
Yep.
Who's that?
He's
The
the
guy
guy
who's in Bridesmaids.
He was in Bridesmaids. He's the guy with the accent on Bridesmaids, the police officer. So there's a new show called, and I have HBO for free for 3 months because I just got DirecTV, which is like so exciting, you guys. And this show Family Tree is super fucking funny. It's like a British comedy. and it's really charming, and you should watch it. I love it.
Did not know.
Yeah, it's super cute.
If it's Christopher Guest is involved, if he walked
Yeah.
by the set that we're filming, I will watch it.
And this guy, what's his name? Chris O'Dowd?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's
Really?
so
He seems like a doughy faced British man.
he's just like so charmingly sad.
I bet he's a sociopath.
No, he's
love
so
him, though.
cute.
Love
I
him.
love him. You know I love sad guys.
I know.
Is that
really your thing?
like fucking
Sad
like
guys?
not on purpose. I just always tend to. Do you know how many guys I've dated who have dead dads? Like most of the guys I've dated. It's weird.
And do you know how many of those dead dads killed themselves?
Stop.
Like an interesting percentage.
Holy shit.
Where I'll be like,
I don't know
You're the
that.
tortured
I don't
dudes.
know that at first either. It's just like this. Like we'll be on a
she just
date,
sniffs it out.
and I'm like, oh, I like you. You're sad. That's why.
You're like a truffle smelling dog, but with sad dudes. But it's great because you have compassion for it, so that's good.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. And then
It's because you're a nurturer.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. Something I hate. What do I hate? I guess going to IKEA.
I was gonna say that.
I just went to IKEA alone, which is better than going with a boyfriend because then you get into a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a depressing place with couples fighting everywhere.
Do you have to use at IKEA? Do you have to use the escalator where you put your cart in it?
No.
Because that scares the shit out of me.
Really? Those
Putting
things?
an escalator where you put your shopping cart in it, and then you're like,
Oh,
whoa.
right.
you
And
stand
then it
next
goes
to it?
alongside
Yeah,
you or
and it
whatever.
looks like
yeah.
the log ride.
Why
I'm
does
like,
it scare you?
I'm
Totally.
terrified.
Why?
Because I'm like, that's not going to work.
Wait, but also, who got her finger stuck in an escalator when she was a kid?
I didn't get my finger. I got my entire hand.
Oh my God.
So you're terrified.
How do you still have a hand?
Well, they didn't. Back when I was a kid, they didn't have emergency buttons, so my mom just had to yank my arm out of
Wait
it.
a minute. How did you have? Were you doing a handstand on the? Where did it get stuck?
Well, I was very inquisitive, and I was trying to figure out what happened to the black belt. Where did it go?
Oh, sure. You just wanted to follow it down.
So I followed it down. I was like, what's inside this crevice? And then it was just like, and then it was third degree friction burns that peeled away most of my hand. And then I went to the burn center every day for kindergarten. And
That's true.
yeah, the neighbor boys called me a cripple, even though I was like, I just have a hand bandage. But
Right.
yeah, I was like the weird kid with a mysterious bandage.
Are you
on
always
it.
a little scared of escalators?
No,
I've
I'm like,
never noticed that.
No, because I've conquered them. It's like someone who's gotten bit by a shark.
Yeah, it's like what's the worst that could happen? It already
I've
did.
been through it. And
Yeah.
also now because of me, there are emergency stop buttons.
That's amazing.
Okay, April. Fuck that.
Like that.
Okay, the thing / person I want to fuck is this is so hunky fireman calendar secretary, but Bob Benson on Mad Men. I'm like, hello.
Oh,
I can't even
Oh my
deal
God.
with that
Okay,
guy.
we got to talk. We did not talk about Mad Men. What the fuck?
Okay, well that guy in particular though. Already think he's hot.
Don't think he's hot.
Oh,
at
he's
all.
so. I'm the opposite of you. I'm into like happy preppy dudes, happy hardworking preppy dudes. That's my shit. That guy's king of that.
Yeah, he is.
But then in the show, I'm like, oh yeah, he's hot. And then I'm trying to find out who the actual guy is that plays him. Find out that dude is 6'4". I'm like,
sexy.
you were made in a boner factory.
Yeah.
Come to my house right now.
I love tall guys.
Oh my God, I can't get enough. Well, because I'm 5'10", so that's
Yeah.
another thing. I like. I have my own complex about that. But like, so that guy definitely would ride that till the wheels fall
What do you
off.
think he's going to end up being? You think he's an FBI? I think the FBI agent is the best scenario.
I think so too. Although I definitely don't think he's like secretly gay.
No, I
Only
don't think
because
that's
they've
it.
already done that
They
plot
did
line.
that first season. Yeah.
Some people think he's an FBI guy. Some people think he's Don Draper's secret son.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, which I guess is also possible.
I don't think so. The age.
Well, because he seems like he's
right.
early
He lost
20s.
his virginity when he was like 12.
Right.
To a prostitute.
And that guy's
I don't watch
like early
Mad Men.
20s, and
That could be it.
Don's like early 40s. So
Because why would they show that boring ass like flashback unless it was?
You guys, I don't watch Mad Men.
I know.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
No,
Well,
I just
also
feel bad. I'm
similar.
like,
I mean, they're
he's
like similar.
an octopus that's a shapeshifter.
It's starting to remind me of Lost a little bit, and I
Is
love
it?
that about it.
Is it getting weirder?
The Sharon Tate thing.
Yeah, the Sharon
That
Tate
was
thing is
so
blowing
cool.
my mind.
Are
She
they
was
hiding?
wearing-
They're hiding clues in like
Yeah.
weird
Yeah,
shit?
in
Okay.
like their clothing and stuff like that. Yeah,
Like there's this shoot. You go.
no, you got.
Well, Megan Draper, the wife, she might be pregnant, and there's this photo of Sharon Tate from before she was killed, obviously, and she's wearing a white T-shirt with a big red star on the chest. And like last 2 episodes ago, she was wearing a white. The Megan, the wife, was wearing a
was wearing
white
the same
T-shirt
shirt.
with. The
I think I
same
remember
shirt.
that photo from reading Helter Skelter as a child.
Right,
Oh,
I did that
damn.
too.
Yeah.
And the costume designer said it wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah.
So there's like a theory that she's going to get murdered. I also think, especially from after this last episode, I think Megan's going to leave Dawn. I
Yeah.
think Megan's over it.
She seems over it. Do you think she's
Yeah.
pregnant? She mentioned it in his...
in that weird when he was dead.
Yeah.
I don't think so though. I think she's very like star on the like young happening TV star, and it's like, why am I married to this old grump who like doesn't care? Yeah, so I think she's gonna bounce. Yeah.
Dirty Dick Dawn. Is she a TV star in the show? I don't know.
She is now. I'm sorry. And
Okay.
the other thing is, this is going to come out in 2 weeks, and so it's all going to be like, we're all going to...
Oh, it's going to be way behind. Oh, okay.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, in 2 weeks, I'm still going to want a French Bob Benson. That's not changing in 2 weeks. Please believe it.
French Bob Benson is
Yes.
the name
Whoever
of your
that
blog.
dude is.
Sensual mouth kissing.
Yes.
What do you hate? What's one thing you hate?
What do I hate?
A hateful note.
Sorry about the Mad Men tangent, Alie.
Yeah, I think
sorry
it's
about
funny because I'm honestly like, I don't. Sounds crazy what's happening on this show. Like, what is even going
Great.
on?
It's such a good show.
I think recently I've had too many interactions with people who think I lose patience so quickly when people think it's cute to not know things. who think like their stupidity is cute or charming.
Like, in what way?
Like in a way that it's like, if I don't know, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest, but if I hear somebody say something and I don't know what they're talking about, I'll go look it up. Not be like, I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know how to describe it without like getting too specific about people. But
Do you
like,
think girls just like...
it's not. I'm not even
demure?
talking about just girls, by the way.
Okay.
But I'm talking about people who just think it's like, or people who don't make an effort to know about things that came before them as sort of like, I'm too young to know what that is. Well, I am too, but I know what it is because I know how to read.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of attitude.
Willful ignorance.
Well, absolutely. And maybe it's like so dumb to, it's like, it's not even just pop culture stuff. I think, you know, a lot of historical and political things, but especially me for the most part, if I mention somebody and somebody's like, well, I don't know who that is because that's old. And it's like, yeah, so are the fucking Beatles, but like people know who they are. Like, you know what I mean? I hate that attitude so much.
I like curious people. I really do.
Yeah, same. Or even just don't even, like, if you don't, like I said, if I hear somebody talk about something I don't know, I'll go, oh, that's interesting, and I'll go look it up. I won't go, well, I don't have to know what that is because it's more than 34 years old. Like, okay, well then there's no history class if everybody has that attitude. You know what I'm saying?
I like when someone important dies and then everyone tweets, "Who is that?" Like when Osama bin Laden was killed.
Thank you.
So many
when it's
people
like,
who
you know,
is Osama bin
Googling
Laden?
their name takes the same amount of time as tweeting who is that. No, exactly. I totally agree with
I'm
you.
gonna start doing that with just people who are still alive.
Yeah.
Who are very
like super famous. Who
Who's
is
Barbara
that?
Streisand?
Yeah, yeah.
Keep starting doing that. Well, I wonder sometimes if people are reading too much social media and not enough just
Actual.
magazines
Yeah.
in general. Because I think when I was a kid, I used to we didn't have Twitter and Instagram,
Right.
So I used to just read whatever was around. You know, I was like, oh, Reader's Digest is sitting on this table.
Oh, totally.
Oh, I read the hell out of
Yeah,
Reader's
me
Digest.
too.
You know what I mean? But
Like whatever our parents read.
Yeah.
It was just like laying around.
periodicals were around. So I don't know what the future of people are, but I do feel like sometimes I'm like, do I just need to get an iPad and just sit around and read news feeds all day?
Right.
Will that save anything? Or me as a white woman who lives in the first world country already has a laptop and a smartphone. Like an iPad isn't going to make me read even more news.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
You'd read
I'm
it if
like,
you wanted to.
yeah, I know, and I do read news, but I feel like I would read more in-depth articles if I had an iPad, which I think is maybe like if I buy this Nordic track, I'm going to be in amazing
Right,
shape.
right.
You
Of
could
course.
also buy a newspaper for much cheaper.
When was
Yeah.
the last time you actually sat down? And I used to write for a paper newspaper, and I didn't even read the paper newspaper, which was crazy. I used to churn out stuff on it, and I'd be like,
Right.
oh, yeah, I don't touch that.
Yeah.
I don't get my fingers dirty. There's nothing like seeing your actual newspaper in someone else's bathroom. I used to write for a weekly. And it was just
okay.
like, I would see it in people's bathrooms all the time. Be like, oh.
Bathroom reading.
But
Well,
ink on your fingers. Fuck that.
Tell us where we can find you online.
Oh, I'm
wanna stalk
on
you.
Twitter at APEY, which is a nickname my friends call me that I didn't think Twitter was